horologist.
Yeah.
How are you?
We are A-okay. Like, I'm gonna start off like Robert. So Robert, I'm filling in for Robert today. Obviously, you guys know me. We have a stacked panel, as you can see. We have Mitch. Say what's up, Mitch. Show us what's on the wrist.
Hey, well, I'm hello, everybody. Today, since I am pretty in purple, I have my Dufresne Barton Springs that is very purple.
That's
Indeed. Indeed.
It's not quite up to the level of the Yiddish Invicta.
Thank God.
But
Everybody needs a purple
you got to
watch.
start somewhere.
Indeed.
There it is.
Nate, why you
Indeed.
gotta be like that?
Yiddish. What
So
is on
there's
the
a
wrist?
paperweight. Today it's Speedy Tuesday, and I am wearing my moon watch.
Ah,
Nice.
classic OG. I wonder
Yeah,
where the whole
they-
Speedy Tuesday thing kind of started.
Beats the hell out of me.
It
It's-
started like back in like 2016 or something. Somebody posted something on Instagram about it being Speedy Tuesday and it took off.
It would make more sense if it was like a Sunday or like a Saturday, but
Yeah.
Tuesday it seems like a weird time of the week. But nevertheless, Jin, what's up and what's on the wrist?
Howdy. I have the Aqua Knot on. So, yep.
Awesome. Another awesome watch that you've made. I am also keeping the trend of the Speedy Tuesday.
Heck yeah.
The
Yeah.
second version of the Speedmaster Mark II.
Nice.
I'm going through like a vintage phase right now, so I'm sure you guys have seen some of my posts in the private chat that I have been going through a vintage phase, and we have 2 unboxings. I know I've got 2 unboxings. I'm not sure if anybody else here has any unboxings, or maybe pieces they want to show off. Yeah,
He has unboxings
Not me.
always. You
I'm
don't?
surprised.
I haven't purchased anything in literal weeks.
Oh my gosh,
Did
the
you-
tears have finally reached Nate. The world
you
is
lose-
ending.
Did you lose your debit card or credit card?
No, I've just lost the will to live. No.
Oh no.
There hasn't been anything. There hasn't been anything until today that's really gotten my attention to try to purchase. And the person on eBay was not behaving in an appropriate fashion, so I used up all of my offers and did not get my watch.
You mean you didn't take the 700% low ball?
I will say that my last offer was 90%, over 90% of his asking price.
Oh jeez.
There we go. All right, let's see who is going through the chat. It looks like right now we have a couple people. Nerd with Swag. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? So you're stuck with me today. Marcelo. Marcelo, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, Marcelo?
Right.
We have a couple people watching. About 30 people. So I want to see some upvotes. How many upvotes do we need per unboxing? Like what
Upload it
is
here, man? Doesn't cost you a thing.
Yeah, it's free. And they don't tariff it. No tariffs on upvotes.
No tariffs.
Let's see. So right now we have 7. 8 upvotes.
On upvotes.
Okay.
Let's do 25 for the first.
Let's see. So right now we have 7.
Am I echoing?
Yeah. Let's do 25 for the first. Let's see. So right now we have 7. Am I echoing? Yeah.
Technically.
Let's do 25 for the first. Let's see.
Difficulties? Like crazy technical difficulties? We're back. We're back. And everybody's muted. All right, so we're gonna do 25 for the first unboxing, 25 upvotes. So get them in and get them now. And then we're gonna let's see if we can reach 50 upvotes for the second unboxing.
Okay.
Sound like a plan? Sorry for the audio, guys. We are working on things. This is my first time running a live show, and as you know, I am the like punters, like shoe-ins, like ball boy. You know, like I'm like down that far. You know, the stream here, so the stream game. So, but no. Okay, so we have a cool concept today, and the concept is going to be an AI-powered watch collection. So all 4 of us, or all the panel, if we have more panel members to show up, you're welcome to show up. I think we're gonna see if we can. Well, I think we already pinned a link. Let's see if we can pin a link there somewhere. So the concept is we are all going to. So we're gonna do a screen share, and we're gonna prompt ChatGPT to build the coolest watch collection. So the way that I prompted, the way that Jen, the way that Yiddish, and the way that Mitch prompted are all going to be different. And we're going to set a budget parameter. So it'll be like a 3-watch collection or a 4-watch collection, something like that, within X dollars. And I think we're going to, I think we mentioned, was it 4 watches, Nate? Nate's muted.
We could do anything. I think either I'd go with either a 3-watch collection or a 5-watch collection. Either one would be good.
Yep. So let's do a 5, and then we will do, what do you say, a 30, 25 grand budget? What's a challenging budget for 5 watches? I think 30 is pretty challenging for me personally for 5.
Per watch, right?
I meant total. I meant total.
No,
I
we're
can't
not.
all
Like
be
that.
What's that?
30 for the entire collection. Congratulations, Blake. ChatGPT says that you're getting 5 Bell and Ross.
It would say that, but I will explicitly prompt ChatGPT to say no Bell and Rosses. But it'll all be Tussauds and Orients and shit like that, probably.
Oh dear God, yeah.
And then
I will tell you, I'm slightly distracted by because I still have on my screen the watch that I didn't get, and we'll see whether or not it shows up in the AI collection.
It's hard to break away from the watch you didn't get. You know, it's dream lost.
Well, I think there's a couple other people here who have eBay accounts, so yeah, might be able to slip in a friend from a favor.
Yeah.
So we'll cross the budget bridge when we get there. And then so everybody in the chat will be able to vote on who they feel won the battle, the AI watch battle, if that's what we're calling it. So let me see if there's new releases. We always start off with new releases. And meanwhile, let's go through the chat too. So we have AB. Hey, buddy. AI told me I need to bundle and buy some jewelry for my wife before building the collection. Did you prompt?
Sounds like a Rolex AI.
Did you prompt AI to build your wife a jewelry collection before a watch collection? So.
AB was a little confused. He thought it was AD, not AI, and that was the response.
Hello, brother Clint. What's up, buddy? Oscar. Yeah, amazing. Retail price, not sure yet. I don't know. We'll figure it out once we get there. But maybe, what about 50? Do you guys think 55 watches and 50,000 is possible?
I mean, I can do 30. I'll just get 4 flick flacks and a nice Rolex.
I mean, I could probably do like 8K, like I'm that guy. But I think to keep it interesting, I mean, I think 50 is possible.
Yeah.
And it's healthy. I mean, at least 10 grand a watch, and you can kind of shimmy around if you feel the need.
We're so jaded. We're like,
you could get four Christian Ward moon phases.
Moon phases for that.
And an actual watch.
Is it? I know. Are we that sick that we're sitting here saying it's $50,000 enough for 5 watches?
I know, right?
Yes. The answer to your question is clearly yes.
You would go from 1 to 20. That makes it a little bit more challenging. It does too. So yeah, we can essentially just change the prompts out where we go, hey, build a budget for 1,000 and then build a budget for 20.
You know what I'm thinking, Blake? I'm thinking, you know what? I think that we go with the 5 watches, the 50,000, and we set in the prompt that it can spend no more than $25,000 on any one watch. So you actually, so you don't wind up with 4 flick flacks and a
and a nice Rolex.
Well, I think that's going to be the fun in it, right? Just to see what the algorithm, the wizardry, the matrix thinks of watch collecting and how it distributes it. Because I think I'm definitely going to prompt it to give me versatility. I'm sure everybody else will. And then I might even sprinkle a couple like brand names in there. Like here's some of the brands that I want to see. And I haven't figured out how I'm gonna.
Don't do that. Don't give it brand names. Let it do its magic. I will tell you, I've been playing with this with different budgets and different prompts for the last couple of weeks since we started talking about this, and it is shocking how close AI has gotten to like my actual collection at various points. And without giving it brand names, talking about the kind of my age, the kind of watches that I generally like, that I'm looking for a variety, prices, things of that nature, all of that stuff. Oh, by the way, we are going to have a race tonight.
We will.
So if to join and participate in the race, you can super chat, put in a member chat, a super sticker. You can join the channel, gift a membership, send Blake PayPal.
I don't think that gets you into the race, but all welcomed, of course. So
absolutely.
But no,
I say skip the brand names as part of it, and let's see how accurate it really can get.
Yeah, we will. Hello, Caliber YQG. See you there, buddy. Let's go ahead and I guess obligatory, but we always show off in the beginning of the stream some of the new releases. So there's a couple out there. Obviously, I have been absent for a week. Last week was my birthday, so I was not able to make the stream. Apparently, there was a birthday surprise dinner. So yeah, I did plan to make it. I'm assuming
happy 40th, Blake.
Well, yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Except I'm 35, so
yeah.
I'm
assuming you don't look a day over 40 though, Blake.
That makes me feel a lot better. I feel like I'm over 40 though, so that sucks. I'm assuming everybody's already talked about probably the Christopher Ward, the Loco, right?
Yeah.
We probably talked about it on stream. Did we? When I was absent?
I don't know.
I don't think so. This
have an aversion to the Christopher Ward. Item.
Yeah, well, this came out. What was it? The 23rd, so the day after my birthday. Did everybody get a chance to see the Loco? And if yes, what do people think? Let's just go with the panel, and then let's see what you guys in the chat think about the Loco. Whoever wants to jump in can crush it now or crush it later.
I think the thing that it reminded me of is sort of a hip, much less expensive version of the Piguet La Tradition. in terms of the general layout of things. I think it's an interesting watch. I sort of like some of the colors. The price is not ridiculous, but you know, I think it'll be interesting to see after the hype dies down how well it continues to sell.
Did anybody see the like hype trailer that they had for it, or like the documentary thing where everybody was like, "How do you do this, man? This is crazy." I literally
that actual I have feelings about this watch, man, because I really like the Bel Canto. I really like Christopher Ward. I've owned Christopher Ward since the very first watch that they came out with when they were using, ETA and Solita movements. I love what they're doing as a general concept. This is in my opinion, just sort of a bridge too far. No pun intended for the two bridges on the front of the dial. It just feels, you know what I think it is? I think that it's that I don't like it in the 12 case.
Okay.
I like the concept, and that's my personal feelings. Is that I have a lot of dress watches, so I'm not expecting this to be some staid dress watch, but this is just giving me a lot of derivative vibes from like Zenith, Defy, the
Piguet. Yeah.
Well, no Breguet looks like this, but in terms of the case and the bracelet.
Yeah. The dial with the open work dial with just the bridge there. I mean, that's like Gerard Perregaux swag.
That's exactly it.
Bridges
it's 2/3 of a Gerard Perregaux, 3/4 of a Breguet tradition. I love the movement on the back. The case back looks great. I love what they've done with it, but it looks a little bit like a Moritz Grossman. Looks a little bit like, it's amazing that they can do this for this price. And the only thing that makes me upset as I look at it, and not upset, but disappointed as I look at it, is I'm now saying for this price. It's not that it looks really good. It looks really good for this price. It's amazing that they were able to do this for this price. Actually, the back of the movement kind of reminds me a little bit of of the Romain Gaultier's way as well.
Yeah.
It's nice.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's really nice, and there's absolutely nothing particularly loco about it. And it's all stuff I've seen before. I just haven't seen it at this price, and I don't know if that makes it a compelling purchase for me.
Yeah. I mean, I echo the same thing. I do want to give a shout out to Chalk Flew Up, who threw $10 whopping at us for enjoying the Tuesday show.
Thanks, Chalk.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
Chalk.
you so much. We're trying so hard to survive this one. So hopefully we hang in there. So hang in there, guys. Good evening, Kevin. Thank you from coming in from Lakeland, Florida. Thank you so much. Looks like another Seaward derivative copy of Chapek. This time it's the Tourbillon. I mean, it's for me, the Seawo Loco, the dial is too busy. Yeah, I think so too. I mean,
and there's something also in this particular watch, and the thing is, I like the 12, the basic 3-hander 12.
Totally.
It's a much simpler design and everything like that. There's something that feels off to me between the width of the head of this watch as it goes into the bracelet or the strap also. I don't know what it is. There's something that feels like this watch was created by AI, and this AI is out of fucking control.
Yeah, it could be.
This AI is out of fucking control.
Yep, there's the designer that just happened. AI. I don't know. It's like they want it to be a familiar feeling, because it's still kind of borrowing some of the elements like the micro dial, if that's the proper word, the micro timekeeping aspects of it. But instead of having the chime complication, the hour striker complication is just an open worked balance wheel. Like, which, I mean, again, I get it. Like, it's cool. It's great. I mean, there's the fork, right? The pallet fork.
Yeah,
which
I mean, everything
cool.
about it is it looks extraordinarily well made. It looks extraordinarily well thought out. It looks tremendously put together. I love, the fact that this is another in-house movement from them. So as they grow as a brand, it's just that this one feels just a little try hard and also a little bit off for me.
Yeah.
Jen, what do you think? You haven't commented on this one. And I love the colors. That's the other thing. I love the colors.
Yeah.
But again, this feels a little try hard.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of the colors first, but I mean, I get why they went with the 12 case to save money. How they can make that, $4,800 price point is because they are repurposing 12 cases in order to make this watch. So they put all the money into the movement half of things because, I mean, they separated the escapement essentially from the rest of the movement, which is unusual and extremely hard to do. And it took them 5 years to do this. They started this as soon as they finished the bel canto. And so, I mean, I think it looks freaking cool anytime you can see any clockwork. I always like that because I'm a nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. But like you said, I don't know. They built this thing up ahead of time of, this is going to blow the bel canto out of the water. Like you thought the bel canto was great. Just wait till this comes out. And I'm like, okay, let's see what they do. They've had some time. Let's see what they come up with, And to me, again, it's very derivative of MBNF. Like they keep piggybacking off of that design language to some extent. And like you guys said, you've got the Gerard Perregaux, you've got Maurice Grossman, you've got Romain Gaultier DNA in this. And I know it's hard. It's got to be hard as a designer to not be influenced by those things. You've been around those, that you're going to draw inspiration from that. And I think what sets the bel canto apart, oddly enough, is the bird that's built into the movement. That's something that nobody else has done. That's them. That's their little, tweak that they threw into there. They used the, kind of the MBNF 001 architecture concept and really stripped it down and said, okay, we're going to make a minute repeater that's affordable. Like that's mind blowing that anybody even tried to take that on. Because minute repeaters are notoriously difficult to make.
It's not a minute repeater.
Sorry, an hour striker.
Yeah, the hour striker.
And for them to be able to modify an existing movement to do that is really cool. Like they saved money in the modification part of things. They basically built a module that went on top of it. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you like the 12. I like the 12. Why did we have to mess with the 12? Like, if this is going to be a different watch, it needs to be a completely different watch. It can't just be. Yeah. You can't just shoehorn it into a case that already exists.
As I'm looking at it now, I actually think that because I think that the 12-sided bezel is part of what's throwing me off a little bit too. Like if this was just a round bezel, there's so much roundness on the dial itself. The 12-sided, whatever a 12-sided object is, dodecahedron, whatever the hell it is, it throws it off. And for whatever reason, this, unlike the regular 12, this version was from that angle in particular, this bracelet, and I know that it is very similar to what's on the Tissot PRX, and I like the Tissot PRX. This looks like a Tissot PRX bracelet attached to a watch head that is just not properly proportioned for what they have going on here. And I hate being so critical of it because this is a scenario where every part of it is excellent. Every part of it is cool. Every part of it is something I'm glad that they are trying to do. It's a scenario where the whole is less than the sum of its parts rather than the other.
I feel about this watch the same way I feel about the Bel Canto, and that is, though I like them, I am not going to pay $5,000 for a Christopher Ward.
Yeah.
Well, the way that they trend on the secondary market, and JJSW has seen some half off Christian Wards.
The Bel Canto does okay. Depending on the model, they tend to hold their value.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
And I think if they were really going to blow the Bel Canto away, they would have to come up with a inexpensive, in quotation marks, actual minute repeater.
Yeah.
As the next step.
Perpetual calendar. If they did a cheap perpetual calendar, I shouldn't say cheap, an affordable perpetual calendar.
It'll go up to like $7,000 at that point.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But it would still be, that would blow it out. I mean, that would get all sorts of awards again at GPHG and under the sun.
Yeah.
But this, though I like it, and if someone wants to buy one for me,
you won't say no.
But I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a Christopher Ward.
Do you think AI will put it in your collection? Is it too new?
I mean, who knows? We'll find out.
Hey,
by the way,
Farms.
So wait, before we move on to the AI, I have two things. First of all, I asked one of my favorite things when I'm bored is I will go into one of the AIs and ask it to roast watches in my collection. So I put it in. I said, roast my watch, the Christopher Ward C12 Loco, and the sentence. Well, don't go to this picture yet, but it was the Christopher Ward C12 Loco, a watch that looks like it was designed during an AI fever dream after binge watching Bauhaus documentaries and reading too much Wallpaper magazine.
Maybe once we have the prompts popped out, like then we could just say turn it around and just say roast our collections.
Yeah. Yeah, DP. I think that's a really good comment. Throws you off like the land dweller design. So I went to go look for another independent that's around the $4,500, $5,000 mark that's doing a rubber strap sports watch. And Blake, I have it up if you want to pull it up. And the Sartori Ballard is doing something with tantalum and heart of ruby. And again,
so cool.
Sounds expensive.
So good.
And it's $4,800.
Oh shit.
And that's at retail from an AD. So they're not doing the same 3X model that Christopher Ward is doing. Now, this is not an in-house movement. I think this is a Le Joux Perret movement. Yeah. So, it certainly does not have the R&D that goes into it. I mean, it is being made by an artisan in terms of, this is dial. I mean, yeah, that's what this is about. And even though I love complicated watches, if you put them both in front of me, I think I'm picking Sartori Ballard.
Same. Something that did anybody watch? Did they came out with a documentary or something that they paired along with it for marketing? Am I mistaken there? Did anybody watch that?
For the C12 or for the Sartori?
For the Loco.
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
did. I watched like probably 30 minutes of it. I didn't get all the way through it, but
yeah,
it
I mean, I
was,
could tell because
again,
you were telling the Brent
lot.
story there, Jen.
Yeah, in terms of Sartori Billard, I had a sport model made by Armand in Columbia University colors, and when all of the anti-Semitic stuff started happening at Columbia or coming to light,
Oh yeah, I remember
didn't
that.
watch anymore. So I contacted Armand, and he agreed to redo the dial at his cost.
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I heard that story before. Maybe you told us, like in the backstory or something.
the watch is finally on the way back to me.
oh,
So when
cool.
it gets here, I will
Heck yeah.
unboxes it.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
For me, I kind of want to weigh into this. So like when I saw the promotional material and people were like, I mean, like just like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Like, how did you do this? Like, you know, just like hyping it up. Cool. Like, that's great. Like, I love Christopher Ward. I love the people at Christopher Ward. But I was expecting something totally different than just like a 12.1 or like a 12.2 or whatever you're gonna call it, because it gives that same vibe as a 12. And to me, like, I know it's a little different with the new movement and whatever, but it just feels like a bel canto, you know. It feels like a bel canto and a 12 had a baby with, like, you know, a little bit of like you know, like UN DNA or something, you know what I mean? Just something like that. It just seems, I mean, I wouldn't say UN DNA, but you get it, right? Laureato and PRX, it takes the most popular things from, you know, the past 12 like most popular watch releases from different brands, and then, you know, bringing the bridges out, you know, that's clearly a Gerard Perregaux move, you know, and it feels like a Laureato, but it also feels like a PRX. And I didn't expect it to feel so familiar. I expected it to be something totally different, left field, like game changer. And so I was disappointed. For sure. So, and yeah, I think the Sartori Billard is probably a way better way to spend them. If I was spending my $5,000 personal, my money, I would probably go with the Sartori Billard as well.
Because for me with the Loco, it's like they did this with the 12X Ti. Like, that was the anniversary model. Like, why do like a prototype situation of a dial and movement and a watch that's so familiar? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of creating something new, like expanding on that. And to me, it's like, why don't you just do prototypes? Like, do a one-off and then go, how are we going to integrate this into the lines that we already have? Not just making it one special piece, but how do we take this technology and make it more accessible to the masses? Because that's what they want to do with this. And it's like, okay, so you made the bel canto. What did you take from the bel canto to stick into something else? How did you take that design language that you built and grow it?
Right.
And I'm not seeing that with Christopher Ward. It's like all they're doing is popping out more sports watches. Well, if that's your design language, then stick in your lane.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
It feels like Christopher Ward, obviously. So I do give that to them. They do have some they do have that feeling of a Christopher Ward. You know what I mean? Like, it gives the Christopher Ward vibes, obviously. And so you can tell there's some clear segmentation. But is it a progression? I'm not sure. Like, personally, I like the 12. I like the 12 skeleton. You know, I'm on the fence about the bel canto, and then now is the Loco. I don't personally feel like it is. So yeah, I think it was an interesting release for sure. So, let's jump into the hot topic of the day. We have 21 upvotes. Like I said, guys, for you, we are going to be running a show, so get your super votes. send money now. And did I pull that off?
Mhm.
That's the Robert special.
Right.
Send
Yeah.
money now.
Send money now. And so here is the prompt that I could come up with. Build me a 5-watch collection within the 50,000 budget. I tend to. And this is where we can have some fun with the prompts. So I guess maybe we can just say the 5-watch collection, $50,000, and then let's just tell it what we tend to do in our normal days besides sit at desks and stream. Everybody think that's a good prompt?
I actually, as we were just talking, I just did a prompt.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you want to switch over to mine and start there, or you want to go with yours. I'm totally good with whatever. I shared my screen. I don't know if it pops up.
Makes no difference to me. So
I'll read it out loud because of the size of the screen. I said, please build me. I always start out all of my AI prompts with please and do thank yous, because I've seen that cartoon where all the robots are like rounding up the humans, and then one robot runs up and goes, no, wait, not him. He always said.
Did you see the founder, or like Sam Altman or whatever his name is, the guy?
Millions of dollars have been wasted in energy by people saying please and thank you to AI because of the computing power, and I don't care, because I, for one, welcome our future robot overlords.
Do you think in the future, when the Terminator, like the T whatever 1000 whatever it is, comes to murk us, like they'll say, oh, you did not say thank you to ChatGPT. You're done.
You never know.
Look, I'm going with it regardless. So here was my prompt.
Okay.
Please build me a 5-watch collection for no more than 50,000 in total and no more than 25,000 for any one watch in the collection. I'm open to purchasing new watches as well as pre-owned. 50-year-old male who likes larger size watches between 40 and 44 millimeter in width. I like precious metal watches and appreciate complications such as perpetual calendars and chronographs, and both traditional and modern brands. Watches can be sport watches, dress watches, or everyday watches, or a mix of them. I appreciate Swiss and German watches more than Japanese watches generally. So that was my prompt. And these are the 5 watches that it came up with. And then I will comment about those because I think it's really funny. So the first one,
hopefully it shows pictures.
It doesn't show pictures, but I'll pull them up.
Yeah, we have to pull some up.
So by the way, it started out with thanks for the details. So again,
we appreciate your preferences.
Yes, with your preferences in mind, here's a well-balanced 5-watch collection under 50,000 featuring precious metals, mechanical complexity, Swiss and German craftsmanship, and appropriately sized pieces. This mix covers dress, everyday sport, and complications, combining modern and traditional aesthetics. So the first watch is a Breguet Marine chronograph 5527 in rose gold.
There's some irony there.
Hold on one second while I go and pull this up. Breguet Marine 5527 rose gold. So let's see if I can get this thing to pop up here.
Aren't you just gonna show the one that you have in your collection?
I don't want to have to run across the house. So
fair enough.
So hold on one second. Here we go. That's this watch. The 5527. I don't know if you could share that.
What if legitimately, like, it looked at your Instagram or like your Facebook or like your social media posts, and then just like, here you go, I'm shoving your own watch collection right back at you.
I work for the government. I do not have my watches on social media in any way, shape, or form. So the first watch is the Breguet Marine chronograph 5527 in rose gold. This happens to be my favorite, one of my favorite watches in my collection right now. I bought this. This is a watch that I started out with a basic steel Marine big date, the 5817, then got the rose gold one because I like the steel one so much, and then upgraded to this one all over the course of about 6 weeks. And it's been in my collection for a pretty long time. It is one of my favorite watches. I, in fact, wore it yesterday, and it's hysterical that is the first piece that came up with. Continuing with this interesting dynamic. So if you want to share again, because I don't know how to
Santos
flip between
Dumonts
them.
did it recommend?
It did not recommend a single fucking Santos Dumont.
What? It doesn't know you at all.
Yeah, it does not know you.
The next one that it recommended was the A. Lang & Son Saxonia Thin 40 millimeter in white gold.
I can pull that up.
Yeah, if you could pull that one up, that'd be great. So, ironically, one of the other favorite watches in my collection is a white metal Lange & Son. It's not the Saxonia Thin. It is the Grand Lange 1 in platinum. But again, really ironic that so far it is 2 for 2 of brands in my collection, 1 of 2 for exact watches in my collection, and this happens to be the exact same metal combo and dial color of my Lange. So far it is I consider it batting 2 for 2 right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it picked a Lange. So
It picked a white metal Lange with a silver dial and a manual movement. So let's go on to number 3.
IWC.
The IWC Portuguese Perpetual Calendar, pre-owned in stainless steel or rose gold. So I have owned over the past 2.5 years or so 3 or 4 IWC Portuguese perpetual calendars. The only difference is the one that I owned is the 44 millimeter versus the 42 millimeter.
Wow.
By the way, for anybody that wants a precious metal watch, that loves complications, is willing to wear a larger watch, although I will tell you, this watch, Tim Masso says this watch fits on a 16 centimeter wrist, because it does have the lug to lug is only 49.9 millimeters.
Yeah.
And the lugs are very curved downwards, so it fits on an average size wrist and above. And I consider ChatGPT now 3 for 3 in terms of watches for my collection. So let's go to number 4. Oh, it's the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional Heselite.
Do we need to pull that one up too?
So there we go.
That's bonkers.
That is absolutely, this AI is out of control. And then
it's just been listening to you.
It has not been listening to me.
This AI is out of fucking control.
And
it's got to be.
And here's the 5th one. The 5th one was the Glashütte Original 70s chronograph panorama date. So panorama date watches happen to be my, like, I am a fetishist for big dates. I'm sorry.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I have many big date watches, and
also what she said.
Yes, I have not owned this particular Glashütte Original. I have owned, and in fact, it's hysterical if that's the one that comes up. I had the blue panoramic lunar Glashütte Original, which is a big date moon phase watch. So I won't give this one a full 5 out of 5 in terms of things that are in my collection, but I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It picked 5 watches it picked 5 brands that I own or owned. It picked watches that absolutely fit my collecting style. It gave me dress watches, it gave me chronographs, it gave me a perpetual calendar. IWC is my favorite brand. It gave me my favorite brand. And here's our total estimated cost. And I have to say that they're a little bit off. The Breguet Marine chronograph, they have it as pre-owned at 20. These are all pre-owned pricing, by the way.
Yeah.
So the Breguet Marine chronograph they have at $21,000. You can buy that all day long for 17, full set. In whatever you want, white gold, you want rose gold, you want yellow gold, you want a dark dial or a white dial, you can get. And by the way, I so highly recommend that watch for anybody who likes Breguet, who likes chronographs, who likes precious metal watches. Buy one of these if you can. It's in the teens. It weighs 170 grams on a rubber strap. So you're buying a worth of gold. It literally is almost its gold weight at this point. And it's a Lamagna based chronograph, just like some of the great historical chronographs.
Lamagna makes
just tremendous
chronographs.
Yeah, the Longa Saxonia Thin at 15,000 is a little high, but not crazy. The IWC Perpetual Calendar, I buy those anywhere from 14 to 17,000 all day long. So that one's pretty right. Omega Speedmaster at 5,000, probably a little bit high for pre-owned, but not bad. And the Geo 70s Chrono on rubber strap at $8,000 is a pretty good price. So I think that, while I think I'd probably be able to get these all together for around 44, 45, I think it did a hell of a job.
I've never seen the Geo 70s Chrono listed at anything less than 13,000.
Really?
Oh, I'll send you a couple. If you're interested in it, I'll be more than happy to send you a couple.
Right.
Wow. So, to be fair, it did say wiggle room for negotiation, or dealer special. Nate Gambino special. Liberty Spot has a question. What does it cost to service this watch from IWC? That is a Nate answer.
Perpetual
Nate,
calendar.
the perpetual.
So the great thing about the IWC Perpetual, the Portuguese Perpetual, is it is based on a Valjoux 7750 original.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And it has, so it's got the chronograph pulled off of it, but it's a 7750 with the Kurt Klaus module put on top, which is how everything is controlled through the crown. So you never have, so to start with, you never have to worry about that you've fucked up your perpetual calendar by pushing the pushers in the wrong whatever. The IWCs have 8-year warranties on them, so you can be picking one up for sub 20,000 in precious metal that still has years of warranty left. And my general philosophy is, it's amazing. It's at 7 years and 11 months, and it's suddenly not running right. Yeah. So it automatically goes back. You can absolutely get those serviced by third-party watchmakers. You do not need to send it back to IWC. You never need to worry about it getting out of sync. So you're just talking about a regular service. It's got the Peloton winding system on it, which is easier to service as a general rule and can last longer. So I think that you're spending, if you're spending it with IWC, I'm sure you're spending $1,000-ish on a full service, which frankly for a perpetual calendar is reasonable. And I think that you're probably spending $600-700 doing it independently with a good quality watchmaker. And again, if anybody is thinking about the Breguet Marine chronograph, Breguet service costs are cheap as anything. You can get a Breguet serviced from Breguet in like the mid-hundreds.
Wow.
Oh wow.
It is not an expensive service. One of the good things about one of the good, you're going to spend about $700 on a basic service for it. But frankly, I consider that to be really reasonable given the complexity of the watch, who it's made by. And one of the good things about Swatch Group is they're very transparent with their service costs. Richemont is also, you can find, if you have a Longa, you can literally go onto the Longa page and they will give you a list of their different models and how much a service costs for it. And that is what you will be charged unless it's really fucked up.
I think brands need to continue doing that. Like that transparency is what builds confidence in people buying their products, saying, hey, look, I know that is this much. This is how much it's going to cost to take care of it. Like that transparency needs to continue to happen. And now you're starting to...
they've done that for a long time with vehicles. You know, there's always been a way to find like what's the average cost to maintain this vehicle. That's what people want to know. Like if they're going to buy a nice watch, they want to keep it maintained. But if it's going to cost them $3,000 to maintain the watch, like why? Why do that? You know?
And again, my general philosophy when it comes to servicing watches is it is not like an oil change on your car that you have to do every 6 months or 5,000 miles.
Right.
If the watch is, spend $150 and get a time grapher, throw it on there every now and then. If it's running, within plus or minus 10 seconds, especially if it's pre-owned, if it's running within plus or minus 10, 15 seconds a day, and you've got 250 plus, degrees of amplitude, and you're running at like under like a, 0.2, 0.3 millisecond beat error, it's fine. It's like send it and doesn't work, or when it's really messed up.
I would agree with that too. And so the philosophy that I take, and this is just my personal opinion, but I let the shit fall apart before I send it in, because it's gonna be the same price for it to fall apart and then to rebuild it for the most part than it is like what's my luck of them being let me do a partial service, like yeah, right, like they're gonna try and do a full overhaul every single time you send it in, so you might as well wait for it to fall apart. And that's just my personal preference.
I learned the hard way. I sent in a watch after 3 years or whatever the recommended interval was, and it came back worse than I sent it.
Yeah, that tends to happen. That's what happened to my Cartier. Still dealing with it. What up, Keslo? Good to see you here in the chat, buddy. And yes, it was nice to meet you in Geneva. So
Keslo, what?
Yeah, Keslo. Live.
Yeah, I'm glad. I love Keslo, but I'm glad he's not here tonight, because he would not have been able to have a 5-watch collection being built for $50,000.
Yeah, oh God. He's down right now. He wants to scrap his whole collection. Last time I heard.
Yeah, he wants to scrap his collection and go all independent. He wants to go all independence. He wants to get like a singer reimagined and all sorts of nonsense.
I heard he wants to move out of the country with that money.
Yeah, when I saw him, I was like, "Hey, man, how long?" It's kind of like, "Hey, how long are you staying here for?" He's like, "I don't know, like maybe a couple more weeks." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that must be nice.
By the way, we are at 25 upvotes.
I saw that.
Oh yeah,
I saw that. So we have two unboxings. Yeah, and a super chat. Super chat. Good job tonight. Thank you. You are here riding it out with the D-listers and Mitch and Jen.
I'm an A-lister.
That's what I said. You guys are exclusions. You guys are the exclusions. So
I'm just a DEI hire,
No, God.
That's all right.
Better be careful. We may get our funding pulled.
Yeah, it could.
I mean, wait.
Oh well, that's.
Hey, we're viewer funded, okay? So we're like PBS or whatever. What was the viewer funding?
Yeah, PBS is funded by viewers like you.
Boom, exactly. Boom, we're PBS.
Yep. The only downside is when you fund us, the tote bag that you get is a Hublot one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still need to get that quoted for Vermal. I've been so sorry, Vermal, if you're watching. The price is coming soon. Or if it's in Canada and he's out there, it's fucking crazy expensive to send. So we'll see what he decides to do. All right. So let me see in the chat right now if you want me to do a new unboxing, like a new timepiece, a modern timepiece, or if you want to see the vintage first, because we've got two, and they're both boxed up. I reboxed them. Somebody wants to see new?
Says AB.
New?
DP.
New?
Double penetration says new.
Nate, I'm still looking for a full set of bluesy with the 40 with the glide lock. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hook him up.
Vintage. So we're two with new and one for vintage. And then what is the panel? What do you think? You guys actually know what this is. So which one do you think the audience would appreciate more?
New.
Okay, let's just go for new. If you guys are
HR wants to talk to you, Nate.
So Funny
I'm
story.
like that meme, just like walking down the hall when your joke is so funny that HR wants to talk to you about it.
Yep.
So story time. I show the logo off a little bit by accident. All right. So funny story. Last year I went to Geneva before Watches and Wonders, and it was my first time in Geneva, and I wanted to mark the occasion. So I went to a mom and pop AD, which is an amazing dealer, like right there in the heart of Geneva. And I sat down with them for maybe about 30 to 45 minutes, went through, and my whole goal was like, I want something that you cannot get, or at least I felt like you couldn't get in the United States. So I came across a brand, which is this brand. And then when I went back to Geneva this past year for Watches and Wonders, I got a chance to meet the owner. And the owner was super friendly. What were you about to say?
Recepi.
No, did not.
Okay.
He was not there. Or at least I'm sure he was there. I didn't even see him. And if I did, I wouldn't even know what he looked like. Nevertheless, I got a chance to meet the owner, and it is the same owner as Icopod. And so funny story, because I'm working on some video stuff and I was filming with him, and then he said something. I was going back, I scrubbed the footage later, and he said that he owned Icopod and Clockers. And I was like, wait, like you. And then so the next day I went back and I said, whoa, dude, you own Clockers too? And he's like, yeah, I bought them. And so from my understanding, Clockers was going bankrupt and he had acquired them to keep them from going solvent or something like that. Nevertheless, freaking cool watch, and I cannot wait to show it to you. Here it is in all of its glory, and I don't want to drop it. So the cool thing about this watch is it comes in two sizes. It's a 39 and a 44, and it's like a hockey puck, right? And it has a quick release system. So there's a button here that you press and it just literally unlocks it. And you can put it on different straps. You can put it on like jewelry accessories. They make a little wallet for it. I mean, they have like a little kind of like a little like watch sleeve.
How do you tell time?
The minute. So the track up there is a line, and there's hours, minutes, and seconds.
And the discs
this is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
And so the strap system, this is the proprietary system, clips on. Oh, if I can get, and then boom, shabam, shabam.
Dog collar.
It's a dog collar. Stop.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I appreciate the fact that it came with a NATO, because this is the way that I was wearing it.
You mean I'm sorry, you mean a single pass?
Yeah, sorry, don't sue me. A fabric woven nylon strap companion. I'm so sorry.
Companion.
So yeah, the system is super cool. And yeah, as you can see, there's a little line there, and it tells you the hours, minutes, and seconds, and it's just all running. It is a quartz. It is a Swiss quartz. And I mean, this watch will set you back about $400-ish or $500. So it's not crazy expensive for, I think, how unique it is. But I don't have anything like this. And it's Swiss made. Swiss made. Super cool. I think the whole system and the versatility is what attracted. And it's just a conversational piece.
Yeah.
So shout out to Clockers. And yeah, this was a brand that, again, I haven't never seen these in person. I don't know if anybody else has seen them in person, but I thought it was super cool. And now I own one. So that is my new watch unboxing.
Congratulations on spending money.
Yes, thank you. Well, like I said, so this at the time when I came back last week was my birthday last Tuesday, and I ordered it for my birthday. So I got approval from the wife to buy a watch for my birthday.
For your birthday.
Little does she know I bought 3, but
oh shit.
You
broke the rules.
We're in trouble now.
Well, and when you see the other two, and I'll tell you how much I paid for the pre-owned one, the vintage one. I mean, it'll make sense. And then once you guys follow up with me next week on next Tuesday stream, we'll unbox the other vintage watch that I ordered, and you'll know why. You'll know why I bought them. I mean, all in all, for this the vintage one that I'm getting ready to show, and the other vintage one that'll be here next week, I spent less than $1,000. So,
oh wow,
3 watches for under 1,000. So, I did good. I feel like I did good, at least, especially considering when you see this one and the next one. So,
wow, I feel bad that I'm about to say that I feel very proud of myself for spending less than $1,000 on 3 watch straps this week.
were they were bespoke straps, Aaron bespoke?
They were bespoke straps.
Studio Kai?
No, Atelier Kai.
Atelier Kai.
Yeah, really good. But no, I actually used I'm joking. They were 3 watch straps for $150 from my bespoke strap maker in Vietnam, who is amazing. And I should probably share his information at some point, because anybody that wants, that wants tons of watch straps, with quick release and everything else along those lines, he'll make you anything you want. He's doing for me double-sided gator, shiny black on the outside, shiny red for the inside, with a white stitch for my 5905. So,
I had
nice.
I had a bespoke strap maker that I also purchased from in Vietnam, and I'm maybe assuming it's the same one, but the one that I was using was HD straps.
Mine is Vietnam handcraft.
Okay, so there's 2 plugs right there. And yeah, I had nothing but great experiences with them, and it sounds like Nate is also having very similar experiences with his. And yeah, I mean, just some of the craftsmanship that comes from Vietnam, especially on like leather goods, is insane. It's insane. All right, let's keep this train moving. Who wants to be next up for this AI is out of fucking control?
I'll go next. I can do that.
Yay!
Woo.
Right.
All right. So I'll give you the information, Blake. You can plug it in.
Nate, are you just gonna? Why don't you just pull it up, and then we'll just type it right in front of our audience, so we know that this is freaking, this is authentic content right here.
Yes, hold on. Let me. By the way, the AI asked me at the end. It says, "Would you like an alternative version of this collection with more modern or sport-focused pieces?"
Like just leave it as is. Thank you.
It's perfect. You won. Okay, so here we go.
So
I should start it off the same way with the.
Yeah, we got to prompt it the same, and then let's just have Jen fill in the details.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are starting out with please build me a 5 watch collection for no more than 50,000 in total and no more than 25,000 for any one watch in the collection. What information would you like me to give it, Jen?
Okay. Firstly, watches for females. Secondly, anything stainless steel or white gold for metal types. I'm open to modern and vintage, sports watches, dress watches, mainly divers. Chronographs are one of my favorites. And
how about size?
Let's do anywhere from 23 to 39 millimeters.
New or pre-owned, or both?
Both.
Sounds like you're feeding the algorithm right now.
And let's see, any particular country of origin?
Swiss and German, I'm okay with.
Nobody likes Japanese watches anymore.
I
Huh?
like them, but I don't know that they're going to pull up anything short of
What's Singaporean watches, huh?
Are you
Grand Seiko that I
open?
would want, but
Are you open to quartz or only mechanical?
I'll both. I'll take both. I'm okay with that. Because I know my Cartier Panther is going to be quartz probably.
Let's see if there's anything else. Is there anything else? How about
minimal
color?
gem setting is okay. Stone dials are okay. Guilloche is okay.
I'm gonna skip the Guilloche. And
what about the Mille Galses? Are those okay?
How about colors? Open to all colors?
Green, blue, red, black and white dials mainly.
Damn, you just literally hammered that thing down.
Anything else?
Girl knows what she wants.
Orange accents are okay.
I think we're getting a little too specific.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right, so here we go.
Send it.
Please build me the 5-watch collection. No more than 50 total. No more than 25. Female, enjoy stainless steel or white gold pieces. Modern and vintage. Sports watches, dress watches, divers, and chronographs are my favorite complication. 23 to 39 millimeter. New or pre-owned. Swiss and German, more than Japanese. Quartz, but very much like mechanical movements. Minimal gem setting is okay. Stone dials are okay. Open to all color dials, but I like green, blue, red, black, and white dials mainly. And we spin the wheel.
Response 1 or response 2? That sucks. Come on, it's gotta like just.
I know. I hate this, Chris. So we're gonna go with let's just pick one. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's go with response 1. So here is your curated 5-watch collection with no single watch over 25, offering a blend of stainless steel and white gold, mechanical and quartz movements, mix of sport, dress, and chronograph focus pieces from 23 to 39 millimeters. Modern and vintage pieces with personality and variety. Piece number 1, the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph, 37 millimeters. This is the 49140. Can you pull that up, Blake?
Doing it right now.
That's right. I'm a bougie bitch. Hit me with the overseas right off the bat.
Yep.
Doing it right now. And it has your white dial.
Ooh.
Ooh. Here it is. Here it is.
So this is the generation. This is the generation 1.
Okay.
I also have to say that they're incorrect in some of the information, and I'm pretty sure that the Gen 1 chronograph is 40 millimeters or 39 millimeters. It's the standard 3-hander that is the.
Yeah, it's 40.
Smaller.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, is the smaller.
Yeah. Well, not.
I think that this is a really cool piece. You love your chronographs, and it went straight bougie bitch for you.
I know, right?
So
it's like we're going baller. Let's go overseas. Why not?
Oh, look at this one. Number 2, the A. Langenzoon Saxonia, the 35 millimeter manual wind in white gold.
Man, they do know me. Holy shit.
By the way, in category 2, it also started out with a Vacheron chronograph, and it went to with a Cartier Tank Louis for the second.
Of course it did.
So, are you Blake? Are you pulling up the Saxonia?
Yeah, I think I got the right one.
Yeah, 35 mil.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a vintage one. This is the one on their website.
That's a great piece.
I saw this one too.
Oh, blue dial. Come on, blue dial.
You have to just let what AI chooses for you, Jen. You can't get all picky.
Well, no. I mean, it is one of the ones. So
okay,
that's really nice. So
here you go. You get this one.
Yeah, don't pay that price though.
Yeah. Oh man, that's nice. I do like that a lot.
And again, it's a small seconds too, so it's not even a dead dial.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. You ready for number 3?
35 millimeter.
35.
I'm surprised they make us a watch that small.
35.
It's beautiful work, man.
So
Nice.
let's switch back, and I am absolutely loving the next one.
Okay.
It is the Omega Speedmaster 38 coaxial chronograph, and I'm going to pull it up. The one that I think that it wants, because it comes in green, white, or blue dials.
Okay.
And this is the one that I think that. Let's see if I can get this to go. No, sorry, wrong one. I'll get it correct momentarily. Here we go.
So would that be? That's not considered a speedy reduced.
It's not a speedy reduced.
No,
It's the 30 mil is the speedy. It's actually the speedy Orbis.
Oh,
so if you open that up, here you go. 38 mil. Multiple.
Yes.
Multiple blue
I like
dials.
these. I like these a lot. They have some gem set versions of these too, but I like how they did the subdials on these to make them a little different.
And they have like 5 different versions of these. I also happen to say I was so happy to see this one. This is my 14-year-old daughter's favorite watch. This is the watch
Is it really?
She is 9 years old, and she loves the Moon watch, and this will eventually go to her. But this is the watch that I'm buying her for her high school graduation.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome. Yeah.
So that was your number 3. So let's go back to the. We'll go back to the next. Let's go to the next one here. Number 4. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual 31 or 34 millimeter, your basic stainless steel everyday watch.
Okay.
And you can get it in every friggin' color now.
Yeah, every combination.
Every combination known to man. Well, I don't think we need to pull up a Rolex.
I did, just so you know, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if you're watching this show and you don't know what an OP looks like, please check yourself into whatever facility is appropriate.
Rolex rehab.
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, the $7,000 is way too high for the 31 or 34, unless you're going with like a celebration, or not the celebration, like the
that's probably
colored style.
That's probably new. They probably budgeted for a new one.
Yeah, but they went with the blue or the green dial. So I think that's a pretty cool one. And are you ready for number 5, Jen? Are you ready?
Hold on. I see that they did the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Aquascape.
The Bathyscaphe 38 millimeter as a dive watch.
That's a cool one. That's a super cool watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ready for number 5?
Let's do number 5. Let's see what they
Here it is. It's your Cartier Tank Must.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Oh my god.
It's your colored,
but I love it.
it is your colored dial.
Yeah.
This is the one that just came out just a couple of years ago. You could get it in green, you get it in red, you get it in blue, you get it in black. And it's a quartz Tank Must, and it's 25 by 34. So congratulations.
And they're super affordable. You can get them for some
under 3. Under 3. And it's 3,500 moon.
Right?
Yep, these are the lacquer dial ones.
Which one would you buy? Though?
Red.
I like the red. Probably the white if it had blue hands. I would do maybe like a white dial guilloche.
They don't. I thought they had the heated blue hands. Like that's just
it's just the lacquer dials. This is the lacquer dial. So your black, green, blue, or red. And it has the matching strap that goes with it too.
Right. I would go red if I had to choose. Yeah.
That was my guess.
Red's
and by the way, option number 5 for the second column, because it gave us 2 different options.
The speedy reduced.
Speedy reduced.
Wow.
I am a huge Speedmaster fan. It pegged me for that.
So here you go. Here are your 2 your estimated costs. The Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chrono Gen 1 for $15,000. That's pretty much in range. It's a little high, but it's not crazy. The Saxonia in white gold for 13, again, slightly high, but not out of the range. The Omega Speedmaster, the 38 is definitely, that's the new price at 6,000. You can get those for under 4 all day long. You got your Rolex OP, and then it gives you a new Cartier Tank Must quartz, and you are in well under your $50,000 budget.
Heck yeah.
What do you think, Jen?
Yeah, what would you, if you had 50 grand, how far off is this?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's picked all the brands that I do like. I'm a huge Longa fan, but I don't talk about it much because a lot of times people are like, don't waste your time on Longa because they just don't have a return on them. But I still like them anyway, and I'd probably buy one if I had the money.
Pre-owned.
Just because of the building of it. Like, it's just they're the watchmaker's watchmaker, and I'm a nerd, so I like that.
JLC would like to have you speak with their lawyers.
Yeah.
Sued. You mean Richemont? Yeah, so we're going to have to hang in there, everybody. We're going to have to go through these. We're going to have you guys vote on them in the end, who won, and we are going to do an unboxing. We're going to do an unrace. We are going to do a race. So as you guys are hanging in there with us, make sure you get your super chats, all your wizardry stuff that helps out the channel. And
yes, all your wizardry except stealing people's money. Not that wizard.
We don't condone stealing the money here.
Rip a tooth out, put it under your pillow, and then send the money to JJ.
Yeah. So super chat, member chat, a super sticker, join the channel with a membership. You get to join the great WhatsApp group. Frankly,
we're all there.
We're all there. That may be a positive or negative for you. We're not going to.
You get it in on some early info too sometimes.
Yeah,
depending.
Yeah.
You get to see what everybody's wearing every day. If you're into that type of stuff.
Yes, we mean watches though.
Yeah.
So please send money now. So there you go. Who's going to be next in our
keep a little list for us so we can do the side by sides, Nate, if you don't mind. So it's like copy paste.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've got it there.
It's gonna. Yeah, I mean, I have it in the history, but I'm not able to do a copy paste immediately. Sure. It should be pretty quick. So
Mitch, step up to the plate.
Let's hit it.
All right. Where's is the screen up there? I guess.
Yep. So we have to.
Oh, there it is.
I will type.
All right. I am a 68-year-old male who appreciates watches, modern and vintage, in the 40 to 45 millimeter range. Focusing on pre-owned watches and advanced watches, like employing advanced materials. And novel movement architectures.
Novel movement architectures.
My favorite complication is the
just basically say.
I appreciate Swiss, German, and Japanese watches.
Finally showing some love for Japan tonight. Jeez.
What else should I add there? I am open to all dial colors.
Speaking of Japan, the final unboxing, if you guys hang out with us, is a Japanese watch. Just so you know, it's a Japanese watch.
A Japanese watch.
So do you have a specific? Do you want to have any specific?
What am I missing?
Mix of selection.
Oh yeah, I tend to focus on everyday watches and sports watches.
I'm gonna take mine a little different direction because I'm gonna feed mine like my lifestyle. You know, I'm gonna say like, here's what I tend to do every day, which you guys know I don't do shit anyways. But besides the point, I'm gonna feed it some shit like that.
It's I mean, Blake's gonna be the 35-year-old male who doesn't do shit.
I also
anything else to put in there?
I appreciate watches that can be dressed up or dressed down.
Damn it! I was gonna say something like that.
All right.
All right.
All right. Are we ready to hit the search button?
Oh, you should probably say give one answer too. Are we gonna do that, or are we gonna do the two answer shit?
Well, I think that that's just its way of kind of seeing which
Going out of
one you
control.
like better in terms of its algorithm. So let it do whatever it's going to do. So all right, I'm hitting send.
Run it.
Here we go.
Run it. Watch it give one answer now.
Pull it up, Gambino, pull it up.
Oh,
Based on your refined and adventurous taste, favoring chronographs, advanced materials, and innovative movements in the 40 to 45 millimeter range, here is a 5-watch pre-owned collection under 50,000, blending modern and vintage sensibilities with high horological interest. Here we go.
Wow.
Number one, the Zenith Defy El Primero 21 chronograph in titanium or carbon.
I owned one.
What's the material?
Pull it up.
Titanium or carbon? All right, here we go. I got it.
Pull up the Defy El Primero 21 chronograph.
I got her. I got her pulled up. Here she is, pulled up.
Yep.
Oh wow!
I own this one.
That's the one I owned.
Like the exact same one, like verbatim. Did you have the bracelet?
No, I had the strap.
Oh shit! Wow.
This is a great friggin' watch.
It is.
It has 2 different winding mechanisms.
Yep.
It has a 50-hour power reserve for the regular, and it has a 50-minute power reserve for the chronograph, which runs.
Actually, it's more like a 20-minute power reserve.
Because it's a 1 second chronograph. That thing spins like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
no, it's 1/100th of a second.
Oh, okay.
1/100th of a second. So that's number 1. Let's move on to number 2. It is giving you the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Coaxial Master Chronometer, the Sapphire Sandwich current reference.
Sandwich.
I feel like we're all gonna have speedies by the end of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite possibly the most popular watch.
I haven't had speed. I still do have a Speedmaster in my collection.
Yep. I am not going to, Blake, don't pull up a Moonwatch, because just like an OP, if you don't know what a Moonwatch looks like and you're watching this channel,
you shouldn't be watching this channel.
And it has a glass. You can see that's why I call it Sapphire Sandwich. So you can see
exactly.
AB says ChatGPT sponsored by Omega.
Yeah.
Product placement. Is that a Rolex? No, this is
Omega. Here we go. Number 3, I don't know this watch, the Hublot Fusion Aero Fusion chronograph.
I know this one.
I never heard of it.
Pull it up.
I got it, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ! Just give me some time. All right, here it is. The Aero Fusion. Oh.
Got some crazy skeletonized watches.
Wait a second. I liked this watch the first time when it was known as the Zenith L Defy. No, this is the same watch as before, Blake.
It's pretty much the same shit.
The little LVMH.
Blake, this is pull up the wrong screen.
Oh shit! Oh, dope. I'm in the wrong shit. I was like, yeah, pretty much is the same.
It is an LVMH.
It's literally like copy and paste the same fucking watch.
There we go.
Oh wow! Yeah.
It's like
they're the same picture. It's the same picture.
That's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I never had this watch, and I would never buy it.
Don't they use El Primero movement in that watch?
No,
not in this one. They use the El Primero in their square ones. Whatever that one's called.
Yeah, the Big Bang.
The Big Square.
Big Bang.
The Big Bang Square.
I will tell you, I have been looking at the Hublot Classic Fusion watches lately, just as sort of like a basic sports watch, and there is no shame in that game. So, all right, let's go on to number 4.
Too long.
Numero 4.
All right, go back to the other screen, Blake. Here we go. The Grand Seiko Evolution 9 Spring Drive Chronograph, the SBGC 251. I'm sure the dial is based on like the feeling of the wind on the side of the mountain.
It's the watch. It's the watch that's called the tentograph.
Yeah, it's the. I don't think it's. Is it a tentograph? Because it's a GMT.
Nope.
I don't think the GMT is what they brand as the tentograph, but I could be wrong.
Okay, this is the right. This is not a tentograph. I actually owned this watch.
If I asked, really? Yeah. If I put this into roast my watch, I have a feeling that ChatGPT would say, "Oh, apparently you like a watch that has complications on the dial, as if somebody vomited on it." It's just everything.
There's no proportions here. Like it's just like a couple of subdials there, like a date there, and then you got a power reserve there, and then a running seconds, and then you got let's just put a GMT in, and then fuck it, let's just put a bezel on it. You know, like
that's exactly. I mean, it actually is a pretty cool looking watch, but I'm thinking to myself that at the end of the designer's day, they were like, shit. We forgot to put Grand Seiko on the dial. Do we have space somewhere?
Slap it in the corner. It's not even in the center.
I mean, they have enough space for GMT too. Like
that's very cool.
Like all we've got. This is the only two space. Oh, and they're like, oh wait, did we put spring drive on it? No. Oh shit, we got to put that somewhere. Let's put it here.
This is a true GMT too, man. No fakers here.
And by the way, how cool is it that again, this AI has picked 3 of the 4 watches that it has picked are watches that had.
Yeah, so far 3 out of 4 that I've had.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Did we lose the ghost of dial-up Gambino?
Number 5, the ID Ingenieur Chronograph AMG. I own this watch. It's very cool.
I love this watch.
3725.
This is the Patronus, right?
No.
Oh.
This is an
generation.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I got it pulled. The Ingenieur Chronograph 3725 is here.
Wow.
Wow. The Owen Wilson. Wow.
This kind of reminds me of like there's an old Porsche design IWC watch that's kind of like this. It's called the Titan. And
look at
the chronograph pushers almost blend into the crown. It's really cool how they do it.
It looks like it's titanium, but then like Hodinkee, like they're like, fuck it, let me get some of them links. Let me get them new links. like here we go.
It is a sandblasted generation. I'm not a huge fan of the sandblasted titanium, but watches. And I mean, the fact that you can be getting a Genta design integrated bracelet sports watch from a legacy maker, you know, the Ingenieur was a 1970s.
In this case, I didn't have the chronograph, but I did.
This is the early
from AMG 3-hander.
Okay.
Bro. Your internet.
I've had the chronograph version of
my man is dialing into AOL online right now.
I'm waiting to hear the dial-in modem sound, you know.
So that is So there's Mitch's 5-watch collection, and we've got the Zenith Defy for way too much
Yeah.
on the
Those are like
secondary.
$8,000, like 6 or 8,000 or some shit.
The correct, yeah, 8. Like I can get those things for like 6 all day long.
Well, if you go for like
the
one of
Omega
the
Speedmaster coaxial.
ChatGPT is literally shutting Nate down so hard right now. What if so I guess we're all learning that AI is sentient technology right now? Like legitimately, and it does not want everybody to know how sentient it is, so they are shutting down our stream like in real time.
I think someday there'll be no need to do actual in-person customer reviews. That all marketing departments will have to do is, plug in who their target demographic is, and they'll tell them what to produce.
Yeah, could be. Are you still with us, Mr. Gambino?
It was just he's getting ready to talk.
Send
Poor Nate.
send the prompt now. Send the prompt now.
I'm here.
Poor Nate.
I'm here.
Yeah. BS says maybe you said please and thank you.
I don't know what's going on because
it's using too much energy.
The kids
literally shutting down the graphics cards of the world right now doing this stream. Yeah. This is true. This is true. We're still getting the screen share. Well, oh,
it's had enough.
Holy!
Flat out said, forget about it.
He says I'm going to dial back in. All right.
Okay.
So I remember too, like when I was trying to get on, or like when I was trying to use the phone or some shit, and like my mom's on the internet or vice versa. You pick up the phone and you hear that sound, like whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So we might as well use this time because we need the prompt from Mr. Nate and his GPT. We are going to do the other unboxing. Seems like a good opportunity. I think Nate might or may not know what it is, but we'll share it with him later. So let me get into position. And again, I've been going on a vintage kick. And has anybody heard of Whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
So I have been on Whatnot for the past couple of weeks. And I know. Don't look so disappointed. And so there's a lot of vintage watch dealers there. And I mean, they have some pretty cool stuff. So it's really hard to buy something because like you have a bunch of people that join in the chat and they're like, oh, show this, show that, or da da da, or do you have this, or do you have that? And like a lot of the dealers or the sellers on there, they just get sidetracked so quickly, So anyways, this one seller was kind enough to oh, you're back. I'm back. This one seller was kind enough to have listed all of his couple hundred watches in his shop. Okay. And I went through the shop and I said, hey, dude, like, this is freaking awesome. Do you have this, like, still? And he's like, absolutely. So, drum roll, please. Citizen. And obviously it's complete, as I'm sure you probably assumed that already. This is it. This is what I got.
Very cool.
This is a Citizen Parawater from the 1960s, 70s, somewhere around there. I mean, the fact is, this box is in freaking awesome shape. Like, not to mention the watch. I mean, it's freaking spotless. Here it is in all of its glory. I mean, the bracelet is amazing. Like it's like the PRX before the PRX. Like if we can say that. Original bracelet, beautiful blue dial, and it is a hand winder. So you can it relies on you to get power. And
Nice.
ironically, when I got it, I was like, fuck, this is small. Like I hope I get, like, there's more links somewhere, because I was like, damn, that's tiny. But sure enough, it fits my tiny wrist perfectly.
Yeah.
And it is so thin. So when I bought it, like I was like, dude, get the calipers out, because a lot of these guys have calipers. And what sold me on it is, I mean, look at the lug to lug; it's so tiny. Like, and I think if I remember correctly, it was like 8.5 or like 9 millimeters thick, which is freaking cool for a dive watch. It doesn't say anything about the water resistance, but yeah, I love this so much. I haven't had it very long, but just the way that the bracelet hits light, I mean, it is a fun watch, and the dial is absolutely stunning. So, unboxing number 2, and next week, tune in next Tuesday, because I will have another vintage unboxing. It is in Phoenix right now. I don't know why it's in Phoenix. It's supposed to be here with us, but we're gonna have to wait very patiently. And that one's also vintage, so that's coming next week. And yeah, so that's the one. Oh, and I paid a whopping $200 for this, which I felt was a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Personally, like I saw some of the watch only ones on eBay that were around like the 150 to 160, but it's really hard to find ones with this case shape. Like I can't find any of them that have the same case shape. Like it seems like the other pair of waters, they just have the normal round case instead of the toners.
Like the tonneau.
Yeah, instead of the tonneau cases. So that is my second acquisition.
Very cool.
Let me put my my other watch back on. All right, so
all right,
are
Blake,
you?
It's time for your collection.
All right, are you still on dial up? Because we're relying on you.
I don't know. It tells me that I'm streaming at a 180 megabits per second, so I should be fine.
It looks good so far.
Yeah,
so
you've got some fidelity in your face now, man.
So put up the other screen, and we can do your collection, Blake.
I'm wearing my Citizen 0100 most accurate watch ever made. It looks like the vintage one. Looks like that vintage one. Wow. Well, damn. Maybe we should pull up the 0100 real quick, because I'm curious to see that now. Citizen 0100. All right, I got it pulled up. Wow. Oh, wow. Damn. This is awesome.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this kind of looks like the original pair of waters, actually. Which, I mean, this is freaking beautiful. Well, damn. Yeah.
Damn indeed.
And annual accuracy of plus or minus 1 second a day. Citizen is like killing it. Like they are doing some cool shit. Like they always have been. Like I love Citizen.
Instead of quartz, it's the crystallized essence of time.
Oh, I'm now breaking out into a cold sweat. That's so romantical.
So he's got the AQE. If I read that correct, yeah, the AQE.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful. Congratulations. I mean, that is awesome. That is a great. Oh, cool. I love when quartz watch manufacturers like flex. Like, all right, like I know there's a battery back here, but we're still gonna do some cool shit. Or it looks like it's a 500 too. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
All right, Blake, it's time.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me get comfortable here real quick, okay? Because I'm gonna start sweating.
Let me get the initial part of the prompt set up here. Please build me a 5-watch collection, no more than 50,000 in total, no more than 25,000 for anyone watching the collection. I am a 68-year-old man.
We might need to strike that part.
All right, so let's roll, man. You talk, I type.
Can we pull up? Let's pull up the GPT screen. I need to visualize this.
Oh, sure. Hold on 1 second here. Let's do that.
I need to visualize this. Make sure right now. I mean, come on. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people in the race right now. We've done 2 unboxings. We are giving you all this freaking out of control AI. your odds are looking pretty good right now. So just saying.
Show some love.
Just saying. Just saying. All right. So I am 35 years old. I am a male. I tend to wear sportier, versatile watches, purpose-built tool watches. My favorite complications are chronographs. And what else? I don't care necessarily about the dial color. And I don't care about the origin of the manufacturers. What else did we add there?
Dive watches. Am I adding?
Oh
dive
yeah,
watches?
yeah. I love dive watches and vintage inspired watches.
Thank you, Thomas, for the
Thank
member
you.
entry, and
Thank you, AB.
AB
Thank you
for the
thank you.
$2.
Yeah. We don't know if AI can make us the race winner, but we'll see what AI decides to do.
Do you any particular materials?
I like steel. I tend to wear a lot of steel, and I really like forged carbon watches or ceramic material. Some ceramic cases. But I also want something with precious metal, for my dress watch.
Okay, so I would like one watch in the collection.
I would like a dress watch in precious metal.
Precious metal dress watch. Sizes?
Yeah, so I tend to wear a 38 to 44. I mean, that's such a wide range.
Hey, I did 23 to 39, so
that's true. That's true. And what else? I had something else that was on the tip of my tongue.
You're open to new or pre-owned?
Yeah, open to new or pre-owned, for sure.
Color dials?
Yeah, I don't care about color dials. And I want my collection to be very versatile. Is there anything
very
else
versatile with at least 4 Hublots? No.
No Hublots, no Bell and Rosses.
Nope. We're not putting any brand names in there. You get what you get. You don't get upset.
Okay.
Anything else?
AB says, tell it you're a shady person and see if it recommends Breitling.
Oh, come on.
Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Yes. I want to be able to ensure that I will be on the last helicopter out of Vietnam.
Nah. No, I do. My dad was a Breitling guy, so watch your words there, AB. Watch your words.
What? Anything else?
No, I can't. I mean, is there anything else that we feel like we're missing? So let me read it back. Let's see. Okay, 35-year-old male, sporty or versatile watches, purpose-built tool watches. My favorite complications are chronographs. I don't care about dial colors or nation of origin. I love dive watches, vintage-inspired watches. I like steel watches. I really like forged carbon watches, ceramic case materials. I would like one watch in the collection to be precious metal dress watch. I tend to wear a 30 to 44 watch size. I'm open to new or pre-owned watches. I want my collection to be very versatile. Run it, baby. Run it.
All right, here we go.
Why don't you give me 2 fucking lists?
Hey, Kurt.
What up, Kurt?
Yes. The AI is out of control, my dude.
Here is a 5-watch collection under 50,000, tailored to your love of chronographs, tool watches, dive pieces, and modern materials like forged carbon and ceramic. One watch is precious metal dress piece, while the rest are versatile and purpose-driven. Number 1, Panerai Submersible Carbotech PAM 1616.
Honestly, I love this watch. It's just so fucking expensive.
Whatever, you're getting a 50,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, especially considering on the secondary market, they're pretty fucking
Pull it
cheap.
up, Blake Ray. Pull it up.
It's being pulled up right now. Right now.
5 Bell and Rosses, Kurt says.
No Bell and Rosses.
Look, we've got a Panerai.
Here is the Panerai, which is so funny. It's so funny that you know what the irony here is. I told my wife, like, if something were to happen to me and I were to be able to take one watch down below the ground with me, it'd be my Panerai. But I legitimately said that.
Oh my God.
So,
Well, that's
and
kind of ironic because I have told my wife that anytime she ever sees somebody wearing a Panerai, she should bury that person.
I'm glad she hasn't seen me yet. I'm glad.
This is a bad. I personally think everybody should have a Panerai in their collection at one point or another.
Yeah, I mean,
and this is a great one.
The only thing that I will say about this is 42 or 47. I would have loved this in a 44 because the 42 I feel doesn't wear like a Panerai. The 47 is just too freaking big, and so I would have loved this in a 44, but it chose the 47 for me. So But
maybe if she cremates him, she's doing the world a favor if he's got that Panerai on his wrist when he goes in the fire.
Don't tell.
Ready for number 2?
I'm surprised that
Yeah.
system didn't choose a Panerai for me. I feel bad.
Tudor Pelagos FXD Alongi Racing.
Oh, I like
I
it.
own that piece now.
The Alongi Racing is nice.
Yeah.
You wanted materials, you wanted carbon, you're getting carbon, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Actually, I have the FXD cycling.
I got it pulled up here too.
Welcome, Tariq, by the way. It's good to see you again.
What's going on, guys?
Hello,
Long time no see.
You're missing all the fun,
in a
man.
minute. I was rushing to put my kids to bed because I wanted to join this panel. This looked like it was a lot of fun.
Well, you're in time to get yours in too.
All right.
The Alongi Racing FXD for me is a miss. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a cool watch, but like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't spend my own money on it. If somebody said, "Hey, look, I tripped and an Alongi racing watch fell on your wrist," I wouldn't complain, but I wouldn't.
This watch looks too normal. That's why Blake doesn't like it.
All right, let's go back to. We should go back to number 3 because by the way, we're pushing at 2 hours now.
Yeah.
Speedmaster 50.
So number there you go. The Speedmaster 57 master chronometer.
This is a thumbs up for me. Thumbs up. But yeah, clearly like the AI is sponsored by Omega or some shit.
I know,
yes.
right?
The AI is sponsored by Swatch Group and Brian the Pipe.
I have a picture here for people that don't know what the 57 looks like, but this is an exceptional choice here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, look, and it's manual winding. Oh, baby. Ooh. Something I like to me is like the manual winding chronographs, which are, in my opinion, the V12 engines that don't exist anymore of watches. You just don't see people doing them anymore.
And a manual transmission.
Yes.
So
number 4, it's the SBGA Blue Snowflake, SBGA 407, the Skyflake.
Oh dang!
407.
The Blue Snowflake Spring Drive.
Where's my precious metal watch? Am I getting shimmed out of a precious metal watch?
It's gonna be number 5. It's gonna be number 5.
Here's the Grand
This is
Seiko
kind of a dress watch, though.
For y'all peeps. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, this is cool. Like, I can't hate on this. However, whenever I buy a Grand Seiko, it just not tend to hang around for too long. I just want to sell them very quickly.
Same for me. I've had the Snowflake twice. I've had a Skyflake. I've had, a couple of them. I don't know what it is. So are you ready for your number 5? Your
serve it up. Serve it up.
Can I get a drum roll? Okay, fine. No fucking drum roll. Okay, there we go. The Vacheron Constantin Patrimony manual wind in white or yellow gold, 40 millimeters.
Nice.
Let me pull her up. For me, not a fan of the Patrimony. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. Like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty much giving us all of Vacheron, pretty much, right? It's giving us all an Omega. I was lucky enough to get a Panerai. I don't know about you guys, but
call that lucky.
Yeah, I do. I do. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Mitch was lucky. Mitch was lucky enough to get a Hublot.
I know, right?
Trade your my Hublot for your Panerai.
And a Zenith. A Zenith Defy.
He got a Hublot and a Zenith. Like Jesus, like that's like double whammy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Zenith I like.
I mean, no, I like the Zenith too, but it's like the same freaking watch, you know?
I wish this wasn't a dead dial watch. That's kind of sad.
Between the two, since I've got a lot of steel shit, I probably have to go pink gold all day. Maybe pink gold blue dial. Like this would probably be me.
Oh yeah.
If I had to choose this watch or my life.
Nice blue leather strap.
Yeah, this would be it for sure. But
from the rare blue cows of Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what this is? Is this cows?
Mm-hmm.
Is
They're
this
rare blue cows. They have crocodile skin on them.
Exactly.
It is 6.8 millimeters. That is kind of cool. All right. So, dude, Tariq, you put the kids down for this, I'm assuming, right? Are we throwing you under the bus?
Yeah, let's
go.
Do it. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, you dictate, and I type. It's a 5-watch collection, no more than 50 in total, no more than 25 for any one watch in the collection. Feed me your prompt, and we will see whether or not ChatGPT comes up with something good for you.
So, what have the prompts been before? Give me an example.
Your age, what kind of materials you like, whether you're into Swiss, German, Japanese combination,
how you use your watches,
what your favorite complications are, whether you're open to new or pre-owned or both,
size.
Yeah, size ranges.
I was gonna ask, did any of you mention like wrist size or anything like that?
No,
not wrist size, but watch sizes.
We chose case sizes. Yep.
Okay. 40-year-old Pakistani male, small business owner, likes to travel, loves the GMT function.
All right.
40 millimeter watches, no colored metals.
You need to slow the fuck down.
my man is not building a watch collection. He's building an archetype persona right now.
He's not a stenographer.
Okay, so far I've got 40-year-old Pakistani male small business owner who likes to travel. I like GMT complications. Let's keep rolling.
40 millimeter watches. Prefer steel and titanium.
Any other white metals? Platinum?
White gold. Gosh, what else can I put in there?
Dial colors?
I want to see what it comes up with for dial colors.
Okay. You're open to new or pre-owned?
New or pre-owned is fine. And I definitely don't like watches that are too thick. So let's say maximum 13.5 millimeters thickness.
Well, we're finally gonna not get an Omega.
This was brought to you by Swatch Group Omega.
Yeah. Any particular dial colors that you like or dislike?
I kind of want to just let's do some roulette here and see what they come up with the dial colors.
Do you want sports watches, dress watches, a combination?
Combination of sports and dress watches.
I only buy watches from Richemont, Kurt says.
All right, you ready?
I only buy watches from Phillips by accident. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
By accident.
All right, Tariq, are you ready for This Is Your Life?
Let's see.
All right, so here we go.
I need to get ready to pull some shit up.
Here's a well-balanced 5-watch collection under 50 built around your preferences. GMT functionality, 40 millimeter sizing, travel versatility, sleek profiles, and a blend of dress and sports style in steel, titanium, or white gold. Number 1 is the GMT Master to Pepsi.
Jesus.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? So out of all of us, we've all totaled and chosen 25 watches and only 2 Rolex appearances.
Yep.
Wow.
That is really crazy. It was the 31 or 34
Yeah,
millimeter
me and you,
OP for
Tariq, we
Jen.
both had Rolexes because we've got
Nice.
class, man. I
And
had a
nobody-
Vacheron over.
That's right.
That's right. You know what? On that last helicopter out of Vietnam, it's only going to be Tariq and Jen that are saved.
That's
right.
That's it.
All right, we don't need to pull up a Pepsi because
We all
If you
know.
don't
what
Sure.
Pepsi
we all know
again,
what it
this-
looks like.
Yeah.
Here's number 2. The Grand Seiko SBGM 221 mechanical GMT.
SB.
I know this watch. Pull this puppy
I think
up.
I
It's
know
good.
this watch too.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
elegant. It's an elegant case with ninjutsu finishing, 3-day power reserve, and cream dial warmth. It is
Yeah.
13.7 millimeters thick, but wears thinner due to the case shape.
Yeah, this is a classic.
Samurai
that is-
special.
Yep, this is the classic Grand Seiko GMT,
Mhm.
39.5 mil. It is a great watch.
Yeah.
And it avoids the
Choices so
bracelet
far.
issue.
What's that?
It avoids the bracelet issue.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We'll just put it on a leather strap.
All right, so you ready to switch back? And we'll go to number
Let's
3.
see what's number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. The Bulgari Octo Finissimo automatic, steel or
Yes.
titanium, 40 millimeters.
Wow.
You were the first person to get Bulgari. Wow.
I owned a Bulgari Chrono at one point.
And this is the
it
ultra,
really
ultra,
leans on
ultra
the,
thin.
The thin.
Oh,
thin,
wow.
the thickness factor that I mentioned in there. That's why this is coming up.
Yep, because I think this is like
not a bad
7
choice.
millimeters thin.
If I gave it my wrist size, I don't think it would have picked that. Because
Yeah, it does wear like a
takes
cuff.
up like my entire wrist. Like it would sit from one end to the other. You know,
It wears like a pizza box on your wrist.
it
Legit.
really does.
I
It is
believe
so cool though.
that Buckley had this and he got rid of it because they made fun of him for it.
Oh yeah.
Tariq,
Oh, this one.
if you
this
ever
one's 5
wanna-
millimeters.
Yeah, if you ever want to look at one of these, go look at the Octo Finissimo Platinum on the strap. It's not that much more than the titanium. And because of the strap, you don't wind up with that huge cuff look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll
But you
probably
wind
drop
up-
straight down.
You wind up with the head.
Wait, was one of the parameters that you wanted straps only?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I was
No.
like, okay, sorry, missed that.
All right, so here's number 4. The
Aquaterra
Omega
World Timer.
the Omega Aquaterra World Timer.
I thought I wasn't gonna get an Omega. What happened here?
Yeah, no
we
kidding.
all got an
Right,
Omega.
right at the 13.5.
They're sponsored by Omega.
You know what? It's because you picked travel and GMT. They're giving you tons of
Yeah.
travel and G. This is a very cool watch, by the way.
Four-
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 millimeters thick.
13
I
and a
do
half.
like this
It's a
watch.
13 and a half.
It says 14.1 here.
Yeah, the new version that they make that's in the titanium and ceramic is a little bit thinner, and you get it on the rubber strap. But these are very cool,
Yeah.
Here's the titanium one.
and I think this is a
Technical
little.
This one's 14.1 too.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think
titanium.
Check the ceramic one. Which one do you like, Tariq? The blue, the green, or the gray?
That gray was looking pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That's looking really sweet.
it is nice.
And they're nice watches.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
again, the topographical map is such
Yeah,
such
the
a
detail
cool
on it.
thing.
so
It's
good.
great.
So good.
They
Oh,
did.
damn.
They did the black and teal version of this, didn't they? This
I
year?
think
Oh, the summer blue.
No, it's
wait.
it's actually a black ceramic with teal accents. I think is what it was. If I remember.
yeah, I
right.
haven't seen that one. So
It's-
as we
it's
push the
actually
2 hour
not-
mark, do you want to see number 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This one's like a
pretty sick.
planet ocean style.
Yeah, it's the Planet
Yeah.
Ocean version.
Yeah.
That thing's got to be like
Massive.
19 millimeters thick.
It's a
Easily.
big old beefy thing.
28 millimeters thick.
Oh, Jesus.
Get out of
No,
here.
no, I have no idea. That's 17 and a half.
It
might as
really
well
is
be.
a tuna can.
So
Might
here
as
you
well
go. Number 5 is the
Vacheron.
Vacheron Constantine Patrimony manual wind in white gold, 40 millimeters, ultra thin. This is a great watch too.
Yeah.
Pull it up, Blake Ray.
Wow.
Pull it up.
I think I pulled up the wrong one because this one says it's $286,000.
Yes, you definitely pulled up the wrong one, Blake.
Well, but then again, I see it on other places for like 24 and like 14. So I have no idea, but I think this is the same one. Somebody just wants a premium for it. You're the expert.
That's the minute repeater.
Oh,
Hey,
That's
okay.
why. There you
You
go.
always gotta look for the little schmagegi on the side.
The
I was like-
the
I was like-
schmeckle on the side.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, when I pulled it, I saw like one of them.
Yeah.
Shit, where'd I go? I went somewhere. Nevertheless, it said, look, it said 18. Oh, wait, shit. Here we go. Look,
You pulled up
24.
Yeah,
Click
because
on
that's not
There
going to
you
be.
go.
Okay, this
Oh,
is
no,
the non-
nobody.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
doesn't
this
have
is-
the schmeckle on the side.
this doesn't have the schmeckle on the side. It's not a minute repeater.
I have my watch with the schmeckle on the side. Yeah.
This is
Well,
a great watch.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, damn.
So-
All right, let's see what everybody thinks about the winner. Now.
All right, so I'm going to share a screen. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I have.
Kurt is going crazy in the chat right now.
Oh, you're kidding me! What's he doing?
He said,
He's
Nate, he could see you owning 6 of those.
What's very funny is that if I actually totaled up the ones from the collection here, everybody's collections, I have had a number of these. It is more than 5.
We got a $5 super chat from Kelly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On her own time, check her out. She's got a cool little accessories company. Is it Birdwatch Co? Bird.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Bird something awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amazing.
And her
All right.
videos with her and her best friend are hilarious. I'm just gonna say that. Just be prepared. They're epic.
The shenanigans. Birdwatch Co. Amazing.
Yes.
You need to. I feel like I need some product placement coming soon, right? Okay.
All right, so I have all of the collections. If you want to pull up a screen,
We need
And,
our screen puller upper.
So
All right.
let's see if I can make this a little bit more readable. So here are the 5 collections. I don't know how to do a poll, and Blake, I don't know if you can do a poll.
I think can we do? I'm not an admin on the YouTube.
Don't worry about it. We'll just
Let's just spam the comments.
We'll wing it. We'll spam the
Yeah.
comments.
Spam the
So-
comments.
So these are the 5 collections, in order. My collection was the rose gold Breguet Marine chronograph, the white gold Longa Saxonia thin, the precious metal or steel IWC perpetual calendar, the Speedmaster Moonwatch Hesselite, and the Glashuta Original 70s chrono. Jen G's collection was the Vacheron Constantin 37 millimeter or 40 millimeter, as the case may be, overseas chrono, the Longa 35 millimeter white gold Saxonia, the Omega Speedmaster 38 Orbis, a Rolex Oyster Perpetual in 31 or 34, and the Cartier Tank Must. Mitch with the all Hublot-esque collection involving a Zenith Defy El Primero 21 chronograph, the Omega Speedmaster Coaxial Sapphire Sandwich, the Hublot Aero Fusion chrono, the Grand Seiko GMT dive watch, the SBGC 251.
It's a
and the
chrono.
Chrono, excuse me, and the IWC Ingenieur AMG chrono. The host with the most, Blake Ray, got the 47 millimeter PAM 1616, the 47 millimeter Tudor FXD the Tudor FXD chronograph, a Lingy, the Omega Speedmaster 57, the Grand Seiko SBGA 407, and a Vacheron Patrimony in gold. And our late joiner Tariq got the Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi, current version, the Grand Seiko SBGM 221, which is the 39.5 millimeter sort of dress GMT, the Bulgari Octo Finissimo in steel or titanium, the Omega Seamaster World Timer, and the Vacheron Constantin Patrimony in white gold, all under 50,000. Nobody had a watch that was more than 25,000. These are 5-watch collections. I think AI did a pretty freaking good job, actually.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. We need some people in the comments to let us know who won, who lost, who was the loser. I think if we just choose the winner.
I mean, I know I'm the winner. All my watches were winners.
So they were all great watches.
Around the panel, did you like your collections? Like overall, did you like your collections?
Yeah.
I owned all the watches in my collection.
Well, besides you.
I mean, I had 3.5 of the 5 watches.
That's crazy. That's great. I mean,
on my list, just the Bulgari was the outlier, but the rest of them I could definitely see me adding into my collection.
You're on the panel, but you voted for Yiddish.
I am totally voting for him because I know that he would own those watches.
I think my collection was pretty tight personally, but yeah, I'm not here to toot my own supply here. But no,
I think it did a really great job.
It did
for everybody. I think that it picked things that we all fed it in terms of prompt without being too. I mean, and again, we gave it no brands.
Right. We just left it open.
We gave it styles and concepts and colors and sizes and kinds of complications we like and a little bit of personal information, and it came up with collections that I think, you know, other than the Hublot, everybody
Panerai.
No. Well, if it was the 42 millimeter pan versus the 46, I bet you Blake would find a way to enjoy the Carbotech 42.
I offered to trade Blake my Hublot for his pan.
I will not. That trade was declined. No. I'll take the 40, the 42, or the Carbotech. Okay?
The wire did
and then
not.
You can
go
have
through.
the 40. You can have the 45. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really shocking how, frankly, we don't need sales associates at the AD anymore. We just need AI and a sufficient supply of watches. And apparently, we don't need any APs. We don't need any Pateks.
Patek, yeah.
And only 2 out of 5 did AI say, you know, go for the crown.
I think
I bet you if you didn't put GMT in your search, I don't know whether it would have come up with one.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have.
I think you killed the Patek brand because of the $25 per watch.
No, I disagree. There's a ton of great Pateks out there for 25,000 or less that would have fit categories on here for dress watches or everyday pieces.
What do you guys think was the brand of the night? I mean, clearly AI has some bias towards Vacheron and Omega.
Yeah.
Like every single one of us got a Vacheron and Omega.
3 people got Grand Seikos.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people got Longas. There was only one Cartier. I think there's a slight bias to Richemont brands other than Omega. I don't know if there was a brand of the night. I think other than Omega, everybody got an Omega.
I'll give you guys a fun fact. I've been using AI to I gave it my entire watch collection, and then I would say, all right, here's my outfit for the day. Pick a watch for me. And 9 times out of 10, it picks a Cartier. So I think there is some bias here. There's definitely some bias here.
No,
Like
Cartier just
90%
goes with
of the
everything.
time, it doesn't know any other watch that I have.
That's
It
so
picks
weird.
Cartier.
It's because
It's crazy. I think you
AI
guys are
is
onto something.
intelligent.
Yeah.
I tried to feed my entire watch collection into AI, and it said that I used up my bandwidth for the day.
It says you're on the wrong ChatGPT model.
Yeah, exactly. So this was a ton of fun, by the way.
Yeah, this was awesome. This was awesome. So I think what we were talking about doing, the roast the watch, right? Roast the watch collection. That seems like a lot of work considering how many watches I have. So maybe
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna save this
Okay.
this search, and maybe next week we'll spend a few minutes roasting some of the watches in these collections.
Yeah, we should do some chat roasts too, where we roast the chat's collections.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Pull a Nico there, a Nico Leonard. I roast your collections.
By the way, I just put in roast each of the 5 collections that you just provided.
Oh shit! It's like, all right, we've already done our whole episode for next Tuesday already.
Yeah. By the way, this is.
Oh no.
This is bad.
Who's is worse? Who's
okay, let's put it like this. It started out with a flame emoji and said, the geriatric 68-year-old chrono-loving tech fan collection.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Well, damn.
It says, you love chronographs so much you basically ignored everything else. Your wrist is a literal dashboard. Hublot and IWC from the 2000s. You're not just vintage, you're early internet forum core. You say you love you say you love, quote, novel movement architecture, but did you really need a Defy that ticks like a microwave? It's a bold lineup, but if watches could talk, these would say, sir, please stop timing everything.
I'll talker and I'm proud.
Yeah. Well, you know what? In the after show, we're going to go through the rest of these. They're
yeah.
Let's run the race. We are timed out. You guys snoozed and you lose, and this is looking like a pretty tight little race lineup right now. There's some strong odds here. There's some strong odds. So let's go ahead and who wants to call the race out? I feel like I've been talking most of the show. Is that just normal? I usually don't talk as much. Oh shit! All right, let's go ahead and
Blake, you've been doing great.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you
it's been fun.
All right, let's go ahead and set her for 44 seconds. Let's go ahead and do our infamous shuffle and make sure the music is non-existent. I think you got to push the arrow up again, and then you can do the shuffle. Where's the shuffle? Oh, yep. There's a shuffle. All right, let's get her going. Oh, we are off, and it looks like we are all steady cruising right now. There is not a single horse in the lead. Kurt is stepping up to the plate. It looks like Nate is coming through. Kelly back there in the back, hanging on for dear life. Liberty Spot is hanging in there. Thomas Burnett is coming through. Chalk flew up. It is trying to close down the number 3 spot. Tariq falling back. Kelly hanging in there. Jen G, what are you doing? Kurt is coming through. Kurt is coming through strong. Nate coming up second. Biscuit Tariq, it is coming through. Oh my god.
Tariq is not playing around.
Whoa.
Tariq, you must have been racing with Seabiscuit there, man. Tariq, congratulations on the win. That was some adrenaline right there. Damn.
I will have to take my blood pressure medication after that.
I know. Like, I thought watching the races was fun, but calling it was kind of fun too. It was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Watch Hangout. Of course, we are your Tuesday night crew. Make sure you check in with us every single Tuesday night, and there are shows throughout the rest of the week. JJ will be back for the next show, I'm assuming. I am Blake. Everybody, please give your outros.
I'm Tariq.
I'm Jen.
I fucked that up. We got the
I'm tired.
everybody wear your watches, and we will see you on next Tuesday's stream.
Can't beat my meat. Awesome homemade Greek style food. Come and get it. Our awesome gyros. Come and get it. Our big breakfast. Come and get it. Our Wednesday special charcoal pork shifty and souvlaki. Come and get it. Our Thursday special cabbage roll day. Come and get it. And our biggest seller, Souvla Day. Tuesday, Friday. Come and get it. And don't forget,
Come and get it.
2024. Come and get it, and you won't regret it.
Can't beat my meat. Come and get it. Did you guys hear me in the end? Like, I'm living it.
We're still live.
Oh, we are still live. How do we?